Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back. This is another tribute video MMA legend series to Don the Predator Frye. Don's an absolute legend of the sport, grew up watching him fight, so let's take a look into his career. Don the Predator Frye was an NCAA Division I wrestler out of Arizona State. He's won Olympic qualifiers for Greco-Roman and freestyle wrestling. He has a black belt in judo. He has a background in boxing, having trained for a year and a half. He competed in the light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions. Don amassed an MMA record of 20 wins, 9 losses with 1 no contest. He is also a UFC Hall of Famer. Frye back in the day was a wrestler for Arizona State University, and while there he was trained by another UFC legend, Dan Severn. Frye, as I stated before, trained in boxing for about a year and a half. He also earned a black belt in judo while being a firefighter and an emergency medical tech. While helping Dan Severn for one of his UFC fights, Frye got the bug to compete and made his UFC debut at UFC 8. Back when Frye fought, there were multiple fights a night in open weight classes with less rules. Don Frye was one of the first true mixed martial artists with his wrestling, boxing, and judo background, and that's why he was so successful. Don Frye, in my opinion, is one of the toughest mixed martial artists to ever compete. Some of his accolades include UFC 8 tournament winner, UFC Ultimate 1996 tournament winner, UFC 10 tournament runner-up. He's only one of 2 fighters, including Dan Severn, to win the UFC tournament and Ultimate. Frye won the UFC Viewer's Choice Award, and as I stated earlier, he is a UFC Hall of Famer. Some notable wins and fights on Frye's record: he fought against Gary Goodrich, Brian Johnston, Mark the Hammer Coleman, another legend, Tank Abbott, Gilbert Ivel, Cyril Abidi, Ken Shamrock. He had a legendary brawl with Yoshihiro Takayama, and he also fought sumo legend Akebono. Don Frye, hands down, is one of my personal favorite fighters from way back. He's one of the first guys that got me into the sport. He was a true fighter, had tremendous heart, would never give up, and he was just a beast back in the day, man. I recently read that Don Frye had emergency back surgery. I know he's had issues with his back in the past, so wishing Frye a speedy recovery, and he should always be praised as one of the pioneers and legends of the sport. Thanks for watching the tribute video, guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.